Well, isn't this the biggest grain you ever saw? We narrowly survived that fight with a ship back there. Good old orc engineering saw it through, and of course stubbornness have not let go
I
of
want
it.
you to fist that dead orc.
I mean, if that is the Emperor's will, I'm at the Emperor's service. Clearly.
The hell is that?
Oh, it's a scope probe. Don't you have one? Everyone in the Imperium has one.
What is it?
What is that
A
servo
scope probe?
doing?
Skull probe.
What does
Or
it
a
do?
servo skull, excuse me.
What's it do?
What doesn't it do?
Seal of the Inquisition. Interesting.
Remember, you can't make AI, but you can recycle brains.
We're about to find out.
This is Inquisitor Drogan. I need urgent assistance at Manufacturer Jackets. They're after the experimental
In this
device.
case, it's an answering machine.
Ah,
The device is safe for the time being. I've drawn them off. But now I'm trapped. If I die, you must keep the device out of enemy hands. Or he'll be unstoppable. I need
About to
it
reiterate,
time.
to Space Marines, an Inquisitor is still a man.
Was nearly ready.
So it is technically beneath their notice, but an Inquisitor holds high rank. So if they're in trouble, it's really worth checking it out.
huh.
It's like a secondary objective you really shouldn't ignore.
Remain alert.
Gotcha.
Your job is to stop the orcs, but if an Inquisitor is involved, they can pull rank and order the chapter master to have them collaborate. So it's like your little cousin Vinny, who has a cooler job than you do, and you don't have to help him, but if you don't, it'll be a serious pain in the ass. The Orc Slugger. A pistol that shouldn't work, but it does.
Serve the machine god by joining corpse removal crew.
Someone's
at
been
your
here ahead of us.
evacuation center.
But they in luck, they've done our job for us, right?
Hopefully.
No! Because a Space Marine's job is never done! Heresy! What's that? You want it easier? No! Impossible.
Captain, look.
It is possible, though.
Operating that crane.
It might become possible. Not for us.
If it's possible, though.
We must
It's
disable
possible.
that crane.
Are they attacking each other?
Yeah, you know, orcs love to have a fight. There's no fight going on. Let's have one anyway.
Damn, son.
He's stepping down with authority. I'm gonna put my foot down. You sure? I'm putting you down. Okay, everyone's on their ass now. I didn't want this to happen, but you made it.
Intestinal exam.
Free prostate checks.
We'll just cut you open real quick.
Exactly. Their ass will be launched across the yard and we can clearly see what's inside of it. Oh, I see you've been hitting that fungal beer again, haven't you? Not sitting well with you. No, sir, not at all. Well, that's unnerving.
Look at moving.
Yeah, I mean, it's only like 7 tons.
7 tons.
Tons squared tons.
Oh, I thought you meant 7 tauntauns.
Yes. I mean, tauntauns are surprisingly dense.
Yes.
They should crack the ice shelf when the whole herd moves.
What's what I've heard?
Interesting to note, as I mentioned previously on a different YouTube channel called Eckhart's Ladder, there were some descriptions of Space Marine feats being listed for
Yes.
the sake of comparison. Space Marines are written and reported to be able to move so fast that the targets that they're engaging can't process the information. Like, this big thing is moving fast, I don't know what's happening, oh god, it's on top of me. So consider these gentle giants, or not so gentle giants, just rushing, charging so fast your brain freaks out. It goes, no! Not dealing with this!
Shouldn't be possible, yes. So that would be... Wow, I just bitch slapped you.
Good.
Oh god.
Yes. Mortal Kombat!
There you go.
Found it, push it! Yes! And the clincher.
The top of his skull.
Boing.
Then it goes away.
There's just too much viscera going on. It's impossible to concentrate it all. But look at the bodies. The bodies remain. It's a nice piece of processing. Not permanently, but long enough for the fight to really take root in your heart as a victory worth celebrating.
Until the next one.
Until the next one. And the next. and the next. Is there peace? No, no, sir. In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is only war. War and bloodshed. Or ichor shed and grease shed. And whatever the hell orcs have for blood. Chlorophyll, I guess? That shit.
Chlorophyll, more like chlorophyll. You're welcome to the Adam Sandler book for the day.
Oh, was he not a botany guy? For a man as stoned as Adam Sandler, I would figure botany would be one of his top subjects.
Maybe in real life, I don't know. Like, yeah, I have a botany degree. Like, what? Besides doing somewhat mediocre comedy.
That's being generous.
I'm assuming you find his comedy unbelievable?
I used to really, really enjoy Adam Sandler, and then I stopped being 16.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I'm sure the man has talent, and some of his movies are actually quite decent. I think 50 First Dates was a good one.
51st Dates was a good one. I would say Spanglish wasn't half bad.
When
For
Harry
drama.
Met Sally? Not his movie, I know.
I would say, I was like, isn't that Tom Hanks / Billy Crystal /
No, that's You Got Mail.
which one? Billy Crystal or Tom Hanks?
Both.
Really?
I think so. I'm probably wrong. Or Sleepless in Seattle. There you go.
They can.
There you go.
Yeah, I was it. Billy Crystal was Sleepless in Seattle.
Harvey Keitel. Always good to have.
What? Where did he come from?
We just dropped a Titan grade weapon. Plasma weapon. Onto an orc stronghold.
This is Captain
That did
Titus
the
of
trick.
the Ultramarine.
The diffusion of that battery did the whole fucking trick.
This is Corporal Antioch.
Whatever works, I guess.
My lord.
I need
There may have been a
access
more
to the
elegant
Manifest
solution,
Orbital.
but this did the job in a jiffy.
There is a service lift in the hangar directly below where you drop the cargo, my lord.
And did not wreck the crane, so the Port Authority were pretty pleased.
Yeah,
There
good job.
shortly. Titus
You're
out.
now going to get exports and imports out of this building. Or planet.
Reach the Manufactorum. The Titan Manufactorum. We make Titans! We sell boss weapons, basically.
I thought you were talking about giant, little giants that kick through walls where humans live.
No.
Are those Titans?
Nothing so banal.
What about Teen Titans? Those it? Is that what we're looking for?
Not even close. Cyborg wishes he could get his hands on one of these things, which would be heresy of the highest order. But supposedly he could interlink with a Titan weapon. He would quickly draw the attention of the forces of chaos because a cybernetic organism with the power to level cities tends to get a kind of complex about things. Like, why am I babysitting these goddamn teens? I'm 35. I'm gonna do things in my life. I'm gonna blow up Chicago.
There you go. That's what everybody wants to do, right?
Yeah, at least once.
At least once.
Hey, Chicago has great tax breaks for moderate level building.
Really? Never
Yeah.
did that.
Well, because it's a great boon to the tourism industry, long term.
Oh, good point. Never think of it that way.
Yeah, it creates jobs. All kinds of jobs. We need welders. Why? Our buildings keep melting. Why? The heat ray dude.
The heat ray dude.
And the city commission works out a deal like, okay, twice per season you can invade and do your shit, but not more, because then we get the ultimate weapon and we wipe you out. You don't want to do that. So we'll get you exposure, get you some promotional campaigns, get some great coverage so you can be in the news. We'll syndicate your shit. And then you're good. You're set for life.
Do you think that's why Joker never goes to prison?
Probably.
Gotham City really needs him.
They do. They got a serious image issue in the first place.
Yeah.
Public perception is terrible. I mean, Midway's getting better ratings. Bloodhaven is considered to be a tourist resort now.
Good point. I mean, you just gotta think that it's like, we went from gangs to a crazy fucking crowd that kills everybody.
Yeah, not a good trade.
Yeah, no.
Gangs you can quantify could pay off. You could even set up arrangements, but crazy people, we need crazy tactics. So we got Hush, and Hush fixed everything. Because Hush knows how to get things done.
That's a good story.
Speaking of getting things done, Space
My lord,
Marines.
you must hurry.
Space Toads?
The greenskins are on the move again.
Space Nematodes?
Space Battletoads.
Space Battletoads, okay.
Or Biker Mice from Mars.
I always liked the guy with the cyber arm. But again, I was a teenager and it was easy to impress me, I guess.
I didn't remember that show up until about 10, 12 years ago sitting at Buddy's house.
Limburger cheese.
No, he just up and mentioned, he's like, what are you watching? Like, that sounds familiar. He's like, Biker Mice from Mars.
Get out, that's not a real show.
And I was like, oh god, I forgot about that.
Boink.
No, I told him about Street Sharks. Never seen that.
remember the toys.
I
They
do.
squeeze them and water comes out of their mouths. Which is only a little sexually questionable. Squirt me with a shark, Billy. Can we not?
What was that? No.
Is there a way you could phrase that in a way that doesn't make me really confused?
No. Good 90s sitcoms.
Sitcoms.
Cartoon sitcoms.
Remember Zyber 9?
Zyber 9? I remember the name.
I sure don't.
I
Remember
Zoids.
Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century?
Nope, I remember Alexander. The
I
anime.
remember Alexander, yes.
Yeah, it was on
Well,
Showtime.
wasn't it called Rain as well?
Yeah, Rain.
Yeah.
When it was on, I believe it was on Showtime. They just called it Alexander.
Mhm.
But when Adult Swim started picking up more anime and it went to Adult Swim, yeah, it was called Rain.
I don't remember enjoying it, but I remember it was very striking in its
Yeah,
visual style.
it reminded me of Aeon Flux.
Both same guys.
Is it?
Yeah. Is that a surprise to you?
Not anymore, no. But I didn't know that.
Lift is this way.
Ooh. We know what that is.
Do we?
That's a reliquary.
Oh, what?
Whenever we see that in this game, we think
New weapons.
equipment upgrade, yes.
Purple Antioch.
Upgrade or just new weapons?
Generally speaking, the way they're paced is going to be something better. And I think in this case, it may be a melee weapon. My memory serves me correctly. And I think it does. So what do you believe will surpass a chainsword?
A chain axe?
Chain axe is a good guess.
A chain grenade launcher?
Authorization
No.
of starting.
Power axe. That was actually close the first time.
Yes, you are.
Power axe. Is it a power axe 5000?
Antioch. Hold
Let's
the lift.
find out.
We have orcs inbound.
It may be a Power X 40,000.
There you go. Holy crap.
Stop.
Jesus, man. Just knocking them all back.
Yep.
Power axe pretty badass.
How do power weapons work in 40K, Chucks?
I don't know.
They have a disruptor field to them. What does that mean?
Something that disrupts the psychic ability?
No, that's force weapons, but good guess. The disruption here creates a instability in the bonds. Galvanic bonds, voltaic bonds,
James bonds?
chemical bonds, and James bonds of solid matter. Meaning it gets real loose-like peanut buttery almost, and then the rest of the weapon just plows the fuck through it.
Oh,
Same way the power fist can go right through tank armor. If the charge is sufficiently powerful to overcome the density or the, magnetic properties of the item in question.
I'm sorry. You said power fist, and the only thing I could think of was something else.
Of course. I mean, I take the low-hanging fruit right there.
Yeah, well, yeah. You don't have to dangle it too far down the mace, right?
Dangle it or dingle it?
Both.
I know where you were going. But I'm afraid to say if that's the application you want, the Power Fist would tear the anus, the rectum, the colon, the entirety of the body.
That
Not
sounds like
enjoyable by anyone.
But that sounds like one of those crazy
Maybe a Primal.
moves.
Maybe a Primal could enjoy.
Crazy moves like, the Superman, the Houdini, the Power Fist.
The Power Fist is a rap, folks.
Yeah.
You do that on stage as a suicide snuff note. Ta-da!
Suicide stuff, no.
I mean, your old face will tear, peel, and fly across the stage when that happens.
I'm committing Sudoku.
Sudoku for the Power Fist.
Power Fist. Hey, what's that mean? Oh dear God.
You do this in front of people? Well, only the once, really. It's a package. You buy that. You get a cruise, and you get a couple of trips and motivational speeches, and then you do that.
How do you think you promote that to people?
You don't. You don't
Well,
talk about the shit ever.
Well, no, you gotta think though, come check out my new concert and my final snuff film. What?
The second rule of Power Fist Snuff Club is you don't talk about Power Fist Snuff Club.
You won't really be able to at the end.
Yep. Ow. What was that button again? Oh, that's the one.
Oh, F, isn't it?
Nope.
What is it?
T.
T?
When you're in that mode, it's stuck in his face!
Damn, bro.
Overpower and overcome. Yes! Rip it open.
Yeah.
Jaw from head. The Power Axe has new finishers, and I like it.
Some American History X shit right there.
Put your teeth on the curb, boy. Because they're called boys, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, we're happy. That'd be great. Except that jaw might not have been cracked.
Maybe
Do you want some help with that? Do you want me get my boss? Boss, need a stomping over here.
Just comes a guy flying in that's just in a coffin with a head. Yeah, a little overkill.
Amazing. So yeah, that happened.
What?
Oh, we killed lots and lots of orcs
No, that.
with a power axe. And the guardsmen are here to help out. We're like covering fire.
So, are they really just shooting like tiny little laser bullets?
Not laser bullets, just charged discharges of light. Focused light. And they sound like firecrackers going off, basically. In some games will make it pew-pew, but... What's
We
that?
have
Look at
word
the guy was
that
wearing
an
a kilt.
Inquisitor.
In some divisions, but not the Kasarkin too much.
So do you really think they just fuck with him? Like, it's just really a laser pointer. Don't tell him.
I would imagine, yes. In some
Fleet is still en route.
pieces of fiction,
The
absolutely.
Ultramarines are here
Like,
as well.
the last guns are useless.
Cripple the
But they
enemy
field them
and
in
most
quantities of
valuable
15
assets.
above, so eventually it's gonna
But the
melt down
facility
whatever you
and its
need.
tight
No, I'm
remains
literally
secure.
saying like they ran out of money, so they just gave them laser pointers inside of a gun.
This is the Imperium, man. They don't know.
I know. And what does laser stand
Contact
for again?
Lieutenant Mira.
An
Her
acronym.
unit is establishing
Oof.
a bastion from Center Andres.
Something Ray.
Support
Yeah,
craft
that's
now
all I remember
via
too. I was like light and ray.
What of the colonel and his staff?
Never knew that for the longest time. I thought it was a word. It's like,
Right.
no, it's an acronym. Fun fact you learn every day.
I'll look it up for next episode, because I'm curious now too.
Yep. Don't forget,
Here we are, my lord.
ZVM.
My thanks.
ZVM. We're not gonna remember in time.
Fuck no.
Take a knee. Sit down. Stop standing. You're tired. It's cool. You're human beings. We're not. Do what you gotta do.
Your buddies really aren't doing much either.
Keep that muzzle clean, guardsman.
Nah, just hang it back. They provide covering fire, but they understand that this is just me blowing off steam. Don't get in front of the captain. He's got a shiny new axe. Just let him do it.
Just back up.
Why do they have this weapon here? I mean, for the gameplay purposes, I get it. They have it. But why do the guardsmen have bolters? You know? Raise some questions.
Kind of does. They don't really carry them. They carry the little
They
laser
can't
pointers.
have on their little hands. Look at their tiny little hands. There's just no way. They barely hold that fucking rifle. Let's look at me next to them if we can. Yeah. Let's just take that in for a second. Let's get a little bit closer. Uncomfortably close. Just pan around. So there you have it. That's your comparison. Go ahead. Pick up my bolt pistol. Trying to break both arms.
How heavy is that bolt pistol?
In pounds? 45, 50.
Really? That's all?
Really, that's all? Go ahead and wield the one-handed.
No, I'm not saying one-handed. I would assume you'd be like 300.
No, not that ridiculous.
I'm just saying. Just the way it made it sound, I was like,
The
wait,
rifle is more like 7 pounds, so yeah.
Okay.
Indeed. We must find this Inquisitor and the Titan Invictus.
Get some high-tech shit here. The Manufactorum has some security systems that are beyond the ken of the army. But the tech priests, who have decorated this lovely factory as a worship space, certainly have their toys cut out for them. Sentry turrets, you know? Good stuff. Artistic, if you consider Skulls and Chains to be artistic. Personally, I think it's more like it's autistic.
Oh,
Anthony? You can be Clive Owen's cousin.
Clive Owen's cousin. Not even Clive Owen.
The emotive one. Oh, sorry, I put my camera instead of that pylon. That's a problem.
Is that an innuendo?
No!
Is that the, what is that, Grand Imperior, or whatever, Grand Emperor?
Well, this is the symbol of the Mechanicum. Blending machine and flesh.
Titan Invictus seems undamaged at least.
Forfeiting as much of the flesh as possible. There you go. There's a Titan.
Holy shit.
Are you understanding the scale?
Yeah.
Are you beginning to?
Without
Yep.
them, it sits idle.
This ain't no Gundam, my friend. This is no Zaku. No Zaku.
This is the T whatever thousand that was from Terminator, that hall pass. Whatever the hell it was called.
Well, that was Ed 209, but no.
Yeah.
If this thing demands a hall pass, it's fucking with you. It doesn't want a hall pass.
Well, that's my point,
It
though.
wants
You
you to burn.
just, you just scale that up to, like, times 1,000, and that's that.
But this one can actually navigate stairs.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, it's a little more articulated.
Ah.
I mean, Majesty right here. And this is the Warlord class Titan, which is not the largest. The Imperator takes that honor.
Imperator?
And that is not available in the normal 40k scale. That is epic 40k only.
Epic 40k, what's the difference?
Captain, this is an auger station.
Much smaller
Like a
units for
scan
much bigger
of the
armies.
Inquisitor's life signs.
Access
Huh.
authorized.
See, there you go.
A lone human.
It's a drone, but it uses a human brain as a base.
Drogon,
Okay.
Ordo Xenos.
Because you can't make AI.
In this wing of the
And
Manufactorum.
why can't you make AI?
Because the Emperor said so.
Alien signals throughout the facility.
Basically, some bad shit went down and they said don't make any more.
Location.
And then somebody made some AI, and then black ships appeared and took care of the problem. So we don't make AI anymore.
Makes sense.
But you can't break it down. Which is why you get human cyborg forklifts, servitors that pick up huge pallets and handle the materials,
Huh.
or combat servitors, or servo skulls. But basically, humanity is an ever-replenishable resource in the Imperium. So they're very eager to use whatever is available to help them in their aims. And their aims are domination, control, and of course, the prosperity and the peace of mankind within the Imperium, at the cost of as many people as possible, really. What's that? We lost 3 million troopers holding this planet? Send in 10 more million.
Huh.
Can we give them tanks? Fuck tanks. Come on. Get some more flashlight guys in there. Give them some laser pointers. Scare the enemy to death.
Just have them start doing techno theme songs.
They're not that callous, but sometimes you think it is. My lord, half my men are dead. Well, what about the other half? My lord, send them in. What are you looking at me for? Send yourself in too.
Huh.
Or the Futurama joke. My lord, it hurts when I breathe. Well, what should you stop doing?
Leanne,
Yes.
can
Good
you use
episode.
this panel to contact our
Mechanicus. Adeptus Mechanicus.
Boost Vox range.
They got really cool shit. And they're very jelly about it. Don't you dare show them something they don't have. They get very upset.
Ultramarines chapter.
Really? How come there's so many factions of the Imperium?
Because it's big. The primary alliance was the Emperor of Mankind on
Ultramarines, this is Captain
On Earth.
Titus. Are you receiving?
and the chief priest of the Mechanicum on Mars, because that was a colony that thrived on its own after the big schism.
New orders,
And they have a compact
Manufactorum
with some shit that went down that Emperor helped them with, and in return, Mars supplies the armies and governs the primary technologies.
On our way, Captain. Midas out.
Okay.
Making tanks and APCs, that's easy. Making Titans, a little bit harder. So yes, we can make them, but the attitude is we can't make any more. Make sure these things are put to maximum use and are maintained correctly. We don't know how they work anymore. We just gotta turn the switches and know what happens, more or less. So please be careful. Respect the machine and the machine spirit. See, popping knuckles is disrespectful to the machine spirit.
It was. Terribly sorry they were all stiff. I think my fingers all loose.
Well, you should replace your faulty human hands with perfected mechanical ones. They don't ever pop and snap, unless they're designed to. There are
Mine would
orcs
have
in
to
the
be.
pipes. Well, this is some Stalingrad shit, isn't it?
Yeah, they're in the pipes?
In the pipes. 5 by pipes.
You're getting
He exploded because there were too many explosive rounds in his body. There was no body left, just explosions. Or meat explosions, really.
meat explosions?
Meat explosions.
Sounds like a metal band.
It really should be, too.
They are meat explosions. We play grindcore albums. We play grindcore, not albums. Actually, it's not even a band. It's just one guy playing a bunch of grindcore songs. for
It's
the bands.
one guy playing metal on a meat grinder.
There we go.
He uses different grades of bone and meat to make different melodies. He's an artist. And an insane person. That's the best kind, really.
Insane artist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The meat is his muse.
Because is he really insane? Because to him, he's normal.
To him, he's normal. There's just nobody else like him. One of a kind. This factory is huge. What do these do? We don't know. They might not do anything, actually. Just big rooms and elevators and pistons. Well, I mean, we gotta make cool stuff to venerate the Emperor, right? Anybody on top?
Wait for it. Nope.
Punked. Let's sprint across the way. Lead on, our brothers. Oh, that's 2 saves with no enemies. Gotta be hard shit soon. Oh, we reached the Inquisitor. Inquisitor Dorgan. I mean, Darius? I mean, Durpus. Wait, Drogan. That's gotta be it. I'm not being disrespectful. Come on, he's up. A little frustrated.
Inquisitor Drogan?
Would only be better if this was Peter Stormare.
I am Drogan. And you are?
Captain Titus of the Ultramarines. We received your distress call, but you seem to have weathered the enemy's attack.
I am soldier and scientist, both, Captain.
What is the status of the experimental device?
The power source is running the entire manufactorum from the generator room.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
This device is a fuel source.
Okay, so this might be the Tesseract. Hard to
It's a
say.
complex device and an unstable one. If the orcs find it, they'll try and take it
The real
apart.
question is, are the slashes across his breastplate new, or does he just wear the breastplate as a marker of passage and shame?
To safety.
I gotta see. Do we see?
And for that, Captain,
Because the
I
eye
need
is
your
scratched, and that's kind of a bad defacement. You gotta have all the eyes all over your armor. Like, hey man, I'm an Inquisition
I'm a
dude.
psychic.
No, really.
My
And he's a
abilities
psyker.
are controlling the bleeding.
Very well.
What?
He's holding his wound shut with sheer will. How's he doing that? Well, we'll have to find out next time, but for now, just take it in. This is our man dude. Hard to tell, villain or not. But this is the man that outranks you for the Imperium. 1 eye, 2 eye, 3 eye, 4 eye. How many more eyes do we have? Open his backpack, maybe in his arm. Yep, 5 eye. I say there are 5 eyes on his person. Do you count more eyes? Put in the comments, and we'll see you next time on Space Marine.
See you guys.